want to prevent knee pain before it even starts, the key is not focusing on the knees. The key is to focus on the muscles that are around the knees. So today we're going to talk about the game-changing aspects of what you can do to strengthen your knees. What's going on, guys? This is Dr. Schilling from Secoya Health here in Woodbury. And I want to break down the helpful tools that you can use to prevent knee pain because it doesn't have to happen. Now, you don't have to sit like this in order to be having a good life, but it can be very helpful. So let's break it down. First step you want to focus on, squats, okay? Most people get it wrong. It's not the knee that's the problem. It's really what we're looking at is the muscles and the movement patterns and things like that. So today we're going to dispel any confusion about what you need to do in order to have healthy knees, in order for you to be able to know that your knee is not the hapless victim that you've been feeling like it is. You don't have a good knee or a bad knee. So let's talk about squats first and foremost. You want to focus on squatting down like you're sitting back in a chair and your knees are going to be over your toes, okay? What you never want to do is let your knees come in like this. You see a lot of folks who are in their latter part of their lives, and what they'll do is they'll be like pushing off like this and trying to stand up. That's a no-no. Don't ever let your knees come together. You want to activate your glutes, and your glutes are hip extensors, so they're going to spread your legs. That's super important to understand. Track those knees over the toes and then sit back like an invisible chair, okay? You want to activate those glutes, okay? This is going to prevent 70% of your knee pain, okay? 70%, that's a lot. So let's talk about number 2. You want to wake up those glutes, okay? So you want to do side lying, what are called clamshells. So you're basically going to do exercises like this. Now, you can have an exercise band between your knees to give you more resistance to get stronger in your glute medius. What you can also do is you can do straight leg raises like this. So it's like, you know, Jane Fonda back in the 70s doing jazzercise or something like that. I don't know. But that can help reduce another 40% of knee pain, okay? These are simple things. You can lay down watching TV if you want. Like, hey, I'm just going to watch TV. I'm just going to raise my legs. You know, make sure you're switching sides. You know, do your clamshells on both sides. Raise your leg up. Get a weight on your leg if you need to. Get more resistance, if you will. So the key is you want to start small and focus on control rather than speed or the number of reps. That's the crucial part. So when you think about, you can also do like split squats like this. You know, make sure you're raising your body up and down, okay? You can even have, one sec. A good tool where you do step ups, right? Step up and down and up and down. Because let's be honest, nobody lives on 2 feet all the time. You have to be able to navigate uneven surfaces and things like that. So it's helpful to use things that are going to help you balance. Now, if you're not very stable, you want to focus on having a countertop there or a wall or something to keep you stable, okay? Now, last but not least, one of the key things that people forget is flexibility. Now, one of the big challenges in the knee is either an overactive groin muscle, okay? So you can practice splits like that. You don't have to go that far, I'm just kidding. You can practice one leg splits like that, if you will. That will get the adductors if they're over tight. You can focus on the hip flexors, right? Let's see if I can do this. And you can bend and get the front of your knee, get the quad, okay? That's super important. You don't want to neglect the calf or the hamstring. These are 2 big areas that are going to be problems for your body, okay? So when you focus on the hamstrings, you want your flat back, okay? And you want to get down to where you feel it start pulling, okay? That, all you have to do is hold that for 30 seconds, okay? I know it seems like torture. I get it. But if it's between having healthy knees and not, I can assure you, you can bite on a piece of wood for 30 seconds if you need to in order to get past that, okay? So focus on how far can I get down. You know, I can't really get, I know, you got this guy moving by David, he's hilarious. He can touch his elbow to his foot, like I can't get there. It's not my focus, but you can do it over time. If you want to focus on the calf, work on this, or if you have a wall to push against, you can put your foot up against the wall and then lean, okay? And then, you know, lengthen that calf, okay? So these are all things. Now, 30 seconds for each stretch. perfectly fine. I would suggest you do 3 sets. So 30 seconds, rest a minute, 30 seconds, rest a minute, 30 seconds, things like that. But you don't want to neglect those hamstrings. And here's a pro tip. The hamstrings are the #1 cause for low back pain, okay? When you get longer hamstrings, low back pain almost disappears. It's crazy. So it's not about more exercise. Here's some keys for you. It's not about more exercise. It's about doing less, but doing more intentionally. Okay? Didn't make sense. Do more by doing less more intentionally. Okay? So do fewer exercises, but do them very intentionally. Better movement, less forcing things like that. Focus on proper form and the progression, if you will. Look at the little wins. That's what's most important. And celebrate the small wins. Give your partner a high five, or your roommate, or whoever, somebody at work, and say, "Hey, I got looser hamstrings. Woo!" Give a high five. Anyway. But try 10 minutes 3 times a week as far as stretching goes and strengthening. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go to the gym and use fancy equipment and stuff like that. All you have to do is practice at home. Okay. But practice those squats. You can do, one thing I forgot, glute bridges. So lay on your back and squeeze your butt and raise your hips up. Glute bridges, really great for your knees, okay? That's really helpful, okay? So this will help you build strong knees for decades. It doesn't have to be that complex. It's the simple things that we start forgetting about and we ignore that you can easily do at home that can help you really enjoy, being able to hop like a bunny or like a frog, whatever you want to do. But a little conscious effort can have you having strong knees for the rest of your life. So if you want more information on how to do this, why don't you go ahead and DM us on Instagram, DM us Prevent Pain. So on Instagram, DM us Prevent Pain, and we'll send you a complete guide for knee pain prevention. This will help you all the nuts and bolts as far as what to do, expanding on what we've done here, so you can be armed and dangerous as far as what to do next, okay? So DM us Prevent Pain on Instagram, and we'll go ahead and get that for you real soon, okay? You can move without pain. You can do it. All right, have a great day.